Hi, this is Tracey from GiftBasketAppeal and Mindless Crafting, and today we're going to be doing a fun project, and hopefully these will inspire you. We're going to be using the wooden leaves from Dollar Tree, and we're going to also, I'm going to show you an idea using this pumpkin or apple. Let me know what you think it is down in the comments. To me, it looks like an apple, so we'll see. So we're going to be using these to create a really fun project that I think will inspire you. So let's get started. Okay, so I got my Mod Podge out, and this is a gloss Mod Podge. And I also have napkins. So we're going to see what happens when I try to Mod Podge this napkin onto the leaf. And these are actually ornaments. So if you see these in Dollar Tree, it says color your own ornaments. So you can do just about anything that you want with this to cover it. Just think outside the box, you know. So this comes with 5 pieces in it. And what I did was I already used one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I also, it comes with this jute twine. So you can use that, I guess, to put the string on it. But I'm going to do these so I can embellish them and use them in another project. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the napkin, and then we're going to try also using some pretty patterned paper. And I'm going to cut this because I want to kind of have my napkin kind of laid out already. So I'm just going to cut just a little bit around this. So this is just me doing me, right? But this napkin has such a pretty pattern. And I got these at Ollie's, the store Ollie's. So if you have an Ollie's near you, check out their napkin section. So I'm not being real precise because I'm going to actually end up cutting this again, or getting it, once I get it on here, I'm going to tear it away from my leaf, all those edges that are sticking out. And all I have to do is just wet my hand a little bit here to pull this apart, because you want to make sure it doesn't have that extra layer. You can also use some double-sided tape. And just take your time with it. So there's one layer coming off. Be very gentle when you're doing that. And oh, there's another one. So the reason why I do this is because if you don't do that, it's going to wrinkle up a lot. But if you don't mind wrinkles, then that's fine. But in order for you to get it to lay out really smooth, you want to pull away from that. Okay, so I'm also going to need some saran wrap or some plastic wrap to help smooth it out. So you really don't need a whole lot of saran wrap, and I just ball it up. And this is like the perfect crafting tool for when you're doing Mod Podge. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to just smooth just a tiny bit. We don't need a whole lot. I'm just going to smooth it out on here. And I want to make sure I cover every bit, because that really counts when you cover every bit. And you might want to cover your table. I didn't do that. I'll just be wiping off my table. This is a fun project to do, though. And the napkins, think of all the napkins you might have in your stash that you want to do something with. This is perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this down now. And if you want your artwork to stand out, then you might want to paint this white. But I think it's a light enough color for me to still get that nice pattern on here. If I want it to go this way, just turn it like that. But for now, I'm just going to do it straight on. Okay, just lay it over there. And I can see through this. I don't know if you can see the outline already of that. And just gently smooth your napkin out, going from the middle out to the edge. Just smoothing it out real good. And then we're going to let this dry for a moment. I'm just going to let it dry just for a little bit. And then I'll show you how to get that other part to move away from it. So we're going to, that way we just have the leaf covered. So you see how smooth that looks? And that's it for now. Okay, so I went ahead and let this dry for about 15 minutes. So it's not completely dry. Now I'm going to take a small paintbrush and I'm just going to go around the edges to separate my napkin. And you can kind of feel around and see exactly where your napkin ends. So I'm just wetting my paintbrush with some water, and then I'm just pulling the napkin away from it. And it's got these little corners in there, so you want to be careful. That's why I'm using a small paintbrush. So I don't care about that part of the napkin. I just want it to stay on my leaf. So this way I can cover the entire leaf, those little edges and stuff, and I can see through the napkin. So I can see where I need to wet it. And I'm not wetting the top of the leaf, I'm just wetting around the edges. So I'm letting that water soak in, and then I'm pulling it away. Let it soak and pull it away. So try not to pull the napkin away from the leaf. Let the paintbrush, the wet paintbrush do the work. So you see how you got those nice, precise edges there? Yep, I'm letting my paintbrush do the work here. So super easy and a fun idea. Let's go ahead and do this part here. This is already a little bit wet from my paintbrush. Going back over that. And look, might not look like much right now. Just going to dry this up just a little bit. But wait until you're done. Just take your time. Let the paintbrush do the work. No need to rush, because you get pretty anxious waiting to see what it looks like. And if you want, you can wait a little bit longer. But you see how that's coming away from it? Love it. And just follow that outline and you'll be good. Let your napkin dry on top of here. And just let that come away from your leaf. Let it tear on its own. Because napkins are very light, so you're good to go. See how that's just coming away from it, and remove. Let it do what's on its own. Okay, I'm just going to pull this away, just so I don't have all of this on here. I'm just dipping my brush. That's why you see me kind of going off camera, dipping my brush in the water. Okay. I'm just going to dry this area up a little bit more. and continue pulling that away. But you see how my leaf is starting to take shape there? Look at that. And you don't need a whole lot of water. But I really want you to see this entire process. And it might seem kind of uncomfortable at first, but I guarantee you that you'll get it sooner or later as you do more and more of these. See that? Yeah, so wait till that top layer dries. Let this dry first. I think that's why it came away from here. You see that little piece right there? That right there came away a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and continue finishing this all the way. And then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Look how neat that looks. And so now you can put a top coat on here of Mod Podge. And so you just go from the inside to the outer edge. Just go right up to the edge there. Right up to the edge. Just gently. And don't worry that it's cloudy. It's going to dry very nicely. I'm going to show you one that I did that's already dry so you can get a good look at it. But I hope you're getting some ideas just watching this. Those wheels are turning, right? Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this aside here. Let me show you the one that already dried. Look at this one. So see how the edges look on that? Look how nice and brown that is. You can see the patterns on that real good. So we're going to let both of these dry, and we're going to go ahead and work on that apple or pumpkin. Okay, so these also come in a pack of 5, and to me these look like apples. This could make a nice teacher gift. It also looks like a pumpkin. So we'll see. So all I'm going to do is just take some of my decorative paper. So I'm using some of my 6x6 paper, and I love the way those polka dots look. But you can do anything you want with these. So you saw in a previous video, I did the little tiny ones. And I ended up painting those with acrylic paint. So that was really fun. But for this one, I'm just going to trace this out. And I'm going to go back and cut it and cover it. So I'm thinking this is going to look really cute. This is my first time working with these. And I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty popular project at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Okay, so look how adorable that looks. Perfect. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And I'm going to just apply that right on here. I think the art glitter glue will be strong enough to hold that paper on the wood. And I'm just going to take this, just place it right on there. And I could still move it around a little bit just before. So I'm just smoothing this out real good. And now if I want, I can take maybe some green and just kind of make a little stem there if I want to. Just so much you can do. And so even if you don't have green, you might be able to take another little piece of cardstock and create your own little green stem and put it on the top, or you can leave it just like this. It's just up to you. That's what it looks like on the back, and I'm okay with these little corners hanging over a little bit, but if I want, I can still just go in and just really cut very precise right around the edge there. So that's just if you want to do that. You know, you can do, it's just up to you. So just do what you feel comfortable doing. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So now you've got this apple/pumpkin. If it's a pumpkin, you can get some orange paper and put it over it, but it's up to you. Okay, so I decided to give it a little burlap stem using some burlap paper that I had in my stash, and look how adorable that looks. And so what I decided to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some stitching around this. You can actually put this on a card. I'm thinking you can frame this for the teacher. So I decided it's gonna be an apple, right? So let me just go ahead and put some stitching. If you want, you can put a nice black outline around it, nice bold outline. So it's just up to you, whatever you decide to do. Just make it your own and just have fun. You could even leave this plain if you want to and decorate it. So there's so many ideas. Okay, so now I decided that why not add a message and make this into a teacher gift. So I took my stamp set, which is the teacher appreciation stamp set, and imagine all of the sentiments you can cut out and put on here. You can do that. And so let's go ahead and do that. So I wanted to give it a little bit more dimension. But imagine a quick, nice idea for the teacher. You can put a magnet on the back and make a teacher gift. See all of the ideas you have? And I think it'll be a nice, unique gift for the teacher. So you can put a magnet on there. Let's see what else we can do. We can use the, I'm using Teachers Are the Best. I just colored it in and put a nice little black backing to make it stand out. You can take the pencil. So I colored in my pencil, and all you have to do, you already have a visual of how to color it. So you have pencil in your craft room. Go ahead and get that and just add that in. So I'm just going to lay that flat right on here. Right, so there's your pencil. Look how cute. Now you can add a little gem to it, but I did have these little hearts, all these little embellishments that you have. You can now add stuff to it to make a really fun gift. So let's go ahead and put some on here. And if that doesn't work, I could always hot glue it. So put a little heart for the teacher in there, and now you have a cute little idea. So you went from this to this. Let me show you what else I did now that these dried. There's the leaf. And this one, I turned the paper a little bit so you have that diagonal pattern. And then this one is the first one that we did. So look at all of the different ideas that you're getting just from $1. These cost $1, 5 in a pack. It doesn't have to be expensive to create something beautiful. And look at this. I used the burlap paper. Y'all remember that burlap paper pack? I decided to trace out a leaf and turn it into a burlap leaf. Now you can use this to decorate with. I can see this being inside of a frame for the teacher as a gift. Put the magnet on the back, right? The magnetic strip, and use it like that. But you can do that for any of these actually. So now I have embellishments to add to some of my decorations. So I hope this gave you a great idea. You can use any of your stamp sets, but hey, I think this would be wonderful for a teacher. I think they would appreciate that as a teacher gift. This is the stamp set, the teacher appreciation stamp set. I'll put that below in the description box. So I hope you got a lot of ideas. One more thing, you can use the acrylic sealer, the gloss finish for the Mod Podge leaves, you can do that, and it'll add like just another coating of protection. If you're going to use this in a well-ventilated room. So I hope I gave you some inspiration. I'm really having fun using all of these wooden blocks. Just another thing, like one more thing, right? My hole is right there. You just take maybe a little pokey tool and poke that out. You can put your string in it for decoration, the string that came with it, right? You can just pull that through there. Now you have your ornament. Here's another one. Just do that, and this is good and dry right now. And you can put your string through that. So it's just up to you how you want to use these. And so that's it. I hope you like this idea, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.